the declaration of the state of Israel. The third draft was done by 4 men. I am telling you, after that, the declaration follows, which were signed by 38 persons. Now, drafting the text, the first draft of the declaration was made by this Berenson, the legal advisor of the trade union, and later a justice of the Supreme Court. At the request of Pinchas Rosen, a revised second draft of the declaration was made by 3 lawyers, Abraham, and of course, another one, David Rames. A second committee meeting, which include David and many others, produced the final text. Today, Biafra government have what we call the Declaration Drafting Committee. Declaration Drafting Committee, headed by Bryson Okoma, Dr. Bryson Okoma. Exactly the same thing. Now you are seeing similarity in the state, in the pathway for this freedom and independent state of Israel. You have also seen similarity and the pathway to the declaration of the independent state of Finland. You are also going to see another similarity from another country when I'm going to mention them. This is to tell you, and when you look at this pathway, they are not the same. The Finland pathway to freedom and Israel pathway to freedom is not the same. But what we are doing has similarity with Israel, with Finland. And there are many more, which I'm going to tell you. What I'm using is called the multi-dimensional approach that Nigeria can never ever escape that. So we will make sure that if this fail, the other one will not fail. And if this one failed, the other one will not fail. And that's exactly what we are doing, because Nigeria is a complex country. Because of the vested interest of the world powers, it needed a very complex solution. And we found it. We found it. We have solved the mathematics and they found X. And they don't even know that mathematics is cooling in our fridge. So what we do is we are going one after the other to take the solution, the equation, what we use to solve this mathematics, and apply it to our everyday activities in the liberation of Biafra. Now, I want you also to understand that the vote of the 12th May 1945 was convened to vote on the Declaration of Independence. 3 of 13 members were absent. They had 13 members to vote, and 3 of these 13 members were they were absent. And some of them were being blocked in besieged Jerusalem. The difference today is that we are not only in exile, we are also in the homeland. We have those, so when they tell you you are in exile, laugh at them. We have government in the homeland called the Biafra de facto government. When they mock you that, oh, these people are doing, of course, they are no longer laughing. That's why you see the increase of attack and propaganda against us, which I warned Biafrans a few days ago. I said, there is going to be an increased propaganda in Nigerian media. Don't fall for it. And that's to see what's happening now, because they have come to realize that it's like these people are not joking. It's like these people are getting attention even in the United States. It's like these people are having, higher level meeting with the United States Congress, United States government officials, and all that. This is no longer something that we should know. That's what you see happening on social media. Don't be distracted. I am not distracted. Actually, the more this propaganda comes, the more I get energy. So it is what is giving me energy. Is that propaganda. And once that propaganda stops coming, I will manufacture something that will make them to start talking. So what am I saying? The meeting started at about
Mazi Okesisi, the admin of Northern Nigeria. You have the mic. Mazi Okesisi.
Thank you, sir.
You have the mic.
Yes, sir. This is a welcome address, please.
No, first is your opening prayer first before you go to your welcome address.
Yeah, we have a Reverend Pastor there. Mazi also.
Mazi, unmute yourself
Please,
again.
Mazi, prayer.
Okay, take us to the prayer.
Am I coming out clear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I create a dungeon to pray in the language of heaven this afternoon. Onye pụrụ ime ihe niile Chukwu nke na-adị ndụ ruo mgbe eji eji anyị akpọ oku oge n'oge awa anyị na-asị gị dịka anyị mgbakọ ime ihe kwesịrị ka anyị mee n'ọnọdụ nweta onwe anyị onye nwe anyị na-asị ka ị bịa were ọnọdụ n'anya amamihe zuru oke kwee onye nwe anyị ka anyị abịghị anyị ga na-achọ ka anyị ike chọta anyị na-arara ndị niile ndị bịawere ma ndị nọ na mkpagbu ma ndị nọ n'ebe dị iche iche ma ndị nwụrụ anwụ anyị nara ha ncha na-atinye n'obe aka na-asị gị eze ebube were ọnọdụ ka mgbe ihe niile ga-emecha ka anyị nwee ọṅụ ka ọṅụ anyị zuo oke ihe ndị a niile ka anyị na-ayọ site n'aha Chukwu okike abịa onye nwe anyị ise ise ise. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Mazi Okesisi, over to you. Item number 3, welcome address.
Yes, thank you. Am I coming out?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, with a welcome address. The Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa, was a man with truth and honest. No wonder the former president of the zoo, Olusegun Obasanjo, he said to his people that there's no need looking for this man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's no need. It's of no use because there is a dangerous weapon behind him. Please, if I may ask, who is that dangerous weapon? It's not a person than Mazi Simon Ekpa. That's why people in the north decided to give him a special name, Ikuku Amanonya. Please, sir, permit me to recognize the presence of my mentor, Mazi Success, the Vam pastor. Adambo Nandegede. Welcome. You are all welcome. My co-Biafrans, please join me and welcome our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Ikuku Amanonya. Please, sir, welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi Okesisi, for the short speech of welcome. Then we go to item number 4, which is breaking of kola nut by every northern state of Nigeria zoo country. Over to you, Mazi Okesisi.
Yes, we are going to hand the microphone over to our man of God, the Oso, for him to tell us, give us the kola. Mazi Oso, bye. Over to you.
Very much. I want to do a little as my sister does by the shouting. And this time I am going to shout the same name that we have given him. Ikuku amanonya. Ikuku amanonya. Ikuku amanonya. Only why the Czechoslovakia you must be kept by the law. That which you have started, you will finish it. Thank you very much. We don't have a physical color note here, but we have decided as the North that we will break the color note in the means of finance. Thank you very much. Permit us to do so. We are doing it by state, not by individual, for a purpose. And please pardon us as we do that. Later on, we are going to forward the name and everything that has to do with what we have just done. I'm going to start with the first stage. I'm sure I'm coming out. Please, if I'm not coming out, tell me so that I will. If I'm not coming out,
we can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. Yeah. The first state in my list here is Kano State. Kano State. I'm going to be very slow in the amount so that those who want to write can write. Kano State
wait,
will be taking.
Mazio Sebanji, if you have to call people's name, don't call full names. Only the first name is okay. Okay?
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to call any human being. I'm only going to call state. We gave it by state.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
The name we are going to call the name later, but I'm going to call by state. No human being will be called here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
The first list I have here is Kano State. Kano State as a state will be taking the color north with a sum of 273,500 again 273,500 again. Is that okay? Should I move to another state?
Yes, continue. We can hear you. Continue.
Okay. The second state is Plateau State. Plateau State is taking the color north with a sum of 184,000 again. 184,000 again. Number 3 state is Kogi State. Kogi State is taking the color north with a sum of 63,000 again. 63,000 again. Number 4 is Kano State. Kaduna State, I mean to say Kaduna State. Kaduna State is taking the color north with a sum of 50,000 again. 50,000 again. The next state is Benue State. Benue State is taking the color north with a sum of 23,000 again. 23,000 again. Then the next state is Nasarawa State. Nasarawa State is taking the color north with a sum of 200,000 again. 200,000 again. Then the next state is Taraba State. Taraba State is taking the color north with a sum of 65,225 again. 65,225 again. The next state is Federal Capital Territory. Federal Capital Territory is taking the color north with a sum of 200,000 again. 200,000 again. Another state is Kwara State. Kwara State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 15,000 AJ, 15,000 AJ. Then followed by Bauchi State. Bauchi State. Bauchi State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 18,000 AJ, 18,000 AJ. And then the last but not the least is Gombe State. Gombe State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 5,000 AJ. 5,000 AJ. So far, these are the states that has been able to remit or forward their breaking of kola nut. We are still waiting for others because we have covered the north and we are moving forward. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless you.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Thank you to all the northern states of the Nigerian Zoo country. Thank you for making your voice heard. Thank you for making the entire world to know that Biafrans are everywhere, even inside FCT, Abuja of Nigeria. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Northern admin, do you have something to say before we call on him? Okay, Susie.
Sorry, before I hand over to you, sorry, I want to also remind you that we are together with our leader here. For some of us who don't know, leader is with us and we are stressing. Well done.
Thank you, Mazi. Mazi, okay, Susie, you have something to
Yes.
say before we
Yes, can we get a total? Mazi Ose, can we get a total for now?
Mazi Ose,
okay, sorry. I was too fast on that. We have a total. Are you there with me? Am I coming out?
Yes.
Yes.
We have a total of 1,096,725 AJ. 1,096,725 AJ.
Thank you. Mazi Okezisi, over to you before we hand over
Yes,
to the
thank you very much, sir. In this juncture, I want to use the 50,000 AJ to welcome our PM to clean the microphone for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Prime Minister, we now offer you, we usher you to the stage. Take the stage, Prime Minister. Unmute yourself, PM.
Thank you very much, fellow Biafrans in the northern Nigeria, the Biafra Liaison Office, northern Nigeria. I thank you for this noble cause, and of course for inviting me today to northern Nigeria, as part of the tour of the unification of the Biafra people all over the world. As you may know, we are just coming from the Australia tour, and here we are. I just want to let every one of you understand that we mean business in the liberation of Biafra. And for those of you who are taking risk in the den of lions, you are making history for yourself, for your unborn generation. My fellow Biafrans in the north, and of course those that have joined and are listening to this program today, I have come to address many of you for the very first time in the northern Nigeria in connection with a horrific and savage act of terrorism against our land few days ago. We have seen on social media images, videos, including those who survived the attack against our students in their schools. This attack claimed life of dozens of peaceful, innocent students in their hostels. My fellow citizens of Biafra, this attack were also meted against our students and doctors, women, and teenagers. As usual, everywhere is silent. Have you not seen videos of the survivors that are on social media in pool of their own blood? But those castigating the Biafra government defense of Biafra land are all silent. What does that tell you? And of course, they are waiting for the Biafra defense forces to engage these terrorists before you will hear their national outcry of how we are killing people. The Biafra defense forces are fighting to save the life of those they have kidnapped. Many may be in a very critical condition. But I'm very, very confident and very optimistic that in the coming days, you will be seeing results and news that will be coming from the den of those terrorists. Because of the recent attack on Biafra soil, which we all know that is being aided by their counterpart accomplices in the Nigeria Terrorist Army Police and other agencies within Biafra land, in order to divert our attention from neutralizing and eliminating them. I have to tell them today that, unfortunately, our focus will not be diverted. Our focus remain on them because they are the generator, they are the facilitator, they remain the accomplice, they abet, they aid, and they protect and shield these ragtag terrorists that are now on rampage in Biafra land. But one thing is certain. You see, this month of August will never be forgotten in the history of Nigeria and the Biafra struggle. We will engage these terrorists ruthlessly. And as you all know, the Biafra government has taken measures, additional anti-terrorism measures, anti-sabotage measures, which the government has adopted, and the result will be coming out in a few days or weeks to come. One of those measures being that from the 30th of this August, there will be no additional entrance of cows through the bushes and the border of Biafra land. 2, there will be no movement of cows, interstate movement of cows through the forest. If Biafra forces and if you violate this particular law and measures that the Biafra government have introduced in order to curb and fight these terrorists in our land, believe me, we don't ask questions and we don't have prisons. We do not have prison yard or facilities or correctional facilities. This is an official announcement that from the 30th of August, every movement of cows in the bushes are banned, completely banned. And remember that this pronouncement has never been made since the beginning of the liberation of Biafra. Even when the corrupt idiots were making their laws of the movement of cow and the terrorists and all that, which were never enforced, from the Yoruba land down to the Biafra land. Many of these fake people paraded themselves as representative of the people, has one point in time tried to ban the movement of cows, because these are terrorists who follows them. And all this while we have been observing, waiting for a moment like this, when they have attacked us, and the evidence is there. So, from the 30th of August. And I know that before...
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back updates and information as they hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first we'll collect them. Right, let's go down to the news proper as they hot. You don't share for the obodo. The insecurity in Nigeria has gotten out of hand as bandit has seized vehicles belonging to soldiers. The topic says Nigerian army vehicles seized by bandit kingpin Bello 2G. For bandit to the seize soldier vehicle. Now be say people when we say they for them, they know they save. Because as they be, if bandit fit seize soldier vehicle, now be say one day, bandit go even become president or even seize president and take over the country. Meanwhile, let's go down to the full detail of the information as they go. You know, Shella, bandit kingpin Bello 2G and his gang were seen in a video gyrating after taking over the Nigerian Army Armored Personnel Korea. Daily Post reported that according to a counter-insurgency and security expert in the Lake Chad region, Zazazola Makama 2G and his men also took over lots of ammunition from the military. Makama disclosed that a distress report was received by the troops indicating a high-level meeting of bandits at a specified location in Bello 2G's camp. Troops responded swiftly to the area, but their vehicle became stuck in the marshy terrain, halting their advance. Makama revealed that the bandits then opened fire on the troops, which lasted for 4 hours. Due to the weather condition, heavy rain throughout the day, air support was unable to arrive promptly, allowing the bandits to enforce their position. The troops attempted to use the other MRAP to pull out the other one, but it got stuck in the mud too. Another team of troops were reinforced to the scene, but before their arrival, the situation became overwhelming for those holding the ground as they could not pull out their 2 MRAPs. The troops withdrew, leaving behind the vehicles. No fatality was recorded in the encounter. Hours later, 2G and his boys appeared in the scene, shooting in the sky, screaming that they dislodged the troops and took their vehicles, he stated. As of the time of filing the report, the Nigerian army is yet to respond to the incident. This will tell you what the country has become, where the country is going. They say they collected Nigerian army armored vehicle, but on the process there was no casualty. And when I see that information, I say, who na they deceive? Who na they deceive? Oh, who na they deceive? If soldiers don't they sell armored car to the bandits, may they just tell us? Because you can't tell me that your MRAP was stuck in the mud. The second one was stuck in the mud. You people retreated. There was a lot of shooting. There was no casualty. Now, that information, let people look at that information properly before accepting it, because that thing looks somehow that bandits attacked army, took 2 armored vehicles without any casualty. You don't shell for the Obodo for inside Biafra land this Monday morning. Yase Woto don't sub for the place where we say they call Imo State for inside where the unknown gunmen clashed with also the energy army, and the energy army them boys collected Woto from the unknown gunmen. And when we do investigation, some people say that the ESN, others say that the IPOB, others say that part of Biafra Liberation Army, they do that one. And we are trying to find out. Some people say the people will do that in non-government, no. But the eyewitness is where we see, they say that the boys, so now the boys where we say then they for that Obodo, and then they carry out that operation. They say they know one soldiers, may they come they occupy their land. They say this time, waiting the soldiers they do, not to just they collect money. And some people they talk say some kata where we say they happen for the area, and the soldiers they undress themselves, they come, they carry out that particular attack. We are trying to find out the truth. As it be, they say group reviews 98 security checking points exist in the southeast, alleges extortion. There are about 98 security checking points in the southeast. It's even more than. The person that counted this thing did not count well. Because if you are moving from Imo State to Port Harcourt, you will see more than 30. If you are now moving from Imo State to Anambra, they plenty. If you are now moving to Anambra to Enugu State, that is where there are many. If you are from there going to Ebonyi State, my brother, they yakpa. So tell me, upon all these security checking points, there is still insecurity in the country. There is still attack. The thing is that the people have not been able to tell us who is behind all the insecurity that we are facing in this country, because people say that a river does not pass through the forest without bringing down trees. A group under the aegis of Igbo National Council worldwide has revealed that about 98 security checking points exist in the 5 states of the southeast region. It also lamented what it described as incessant harassment and extortion from citizens and motorists by the security personnel manning the checking points. In a press statement issued by its national coordinator, Chilos Gossent, he revealed that Abia State topped the list with 37 checking points, followed by Imo State with 23 checking points. It further revealed that Anambra and Enugu have 15 checking points each, as Ebonyi came behind with 8 checking points. The press statement said that the research was carried out by the Directorate of Human Rights Protection, a research department of the Council, with the mandate of checking human rights violations by various security outfits in the region. It further stated that the Council was propelled to embark on the task following a series of reports from members of the public on the humiliation they were encountering in the hands of security personnel on a daily basis. Gossen further stated in the press statement that some of the checking points are manned by a joint task force comprising the military, the police, and civil defense, while at some blockade it will be either the military or the police. He stated that even though the group was not happy with the rate of insecurity in the region, the security operatives should carry out their operation with human face. The group pointed out that if the security personnel kept to the rule of their professional engagement, it will build a healthy relationship between them and the civilians, who also have responsibility of helping security outfits in fighting against criminalities. But the group, however, regretted that the checking points and outposts have alleged turned to illegal toll gates and humiliation points against civilians who are the road users. My brother, my people, if you have actually traveled on some of these roads, this Anambra Road, Imo State Road, Enugu State Road, Abia State Road, Ebonyi State Road, River State Road, you will concur that what we are saying here is true. And there is one thing that usually happens whenever there is one thing that usually happens whenever these security people are warned to stay out of the road, you will find out that immediately they move out of the road, you see what is called an increase in insecurity in that particular area. And sometimes people has began to ask questions like, who is behind the insecurity in the southeastern part of Nigeria? Are the security behind it? Like Danjuma said, he said, a former retired soldier, that the insecurity in Nigeria, that there are some soldiers behind it. But the issue is, how do we uncover those bad eggs in the good eggs that are causing this evil in the community? They say kidnapping, 350 million paid as ransom, indictment on Soludo Securities Agency, OBU. These kidnappers, it has become a good business for them if a kidnapper can cash out 350 million. Let's go out and see the full detail of that particular information. A human rights advocate, Charles Obu, has described the SBM intelligence report ranking Anambra State as headquarters of kidnapping as a huge indictment on Governor Charles Soludo, the Nigerian Police Force, and other security agencies. The statement comes after the SBM intelligence report stated that 27 out of Nigeria's 36 states recorded ransom payment to kidnappers between July 2023 and July 2024, with Anambra State recording the highest ransom paid at 350 million. Reacting to the development, Obu lamented that there is hardly a day that someone is not kidnapped in the state, including clerics, businessmen, and students. In a post on his Facebook page on Friday, Obu alleged that everyone who lives in the state knows about the issue but has chosen to be silent about it. He therefore urged Soludo not to wait for President Bola Tinubu, stressing that the governor needs to step up before the people lose one of the most important parts of Igbo land to criminals. Obu's words, as Anambra becomes Nigeria's kidnapping capital. Yesterday, the SBM intelligence report covering July 2023 to July 2024 ranked Anambra as the headquarters of ransom for kidnapping in the country, with around 350 million paid by Anambra victims to kidnappers, with many killed even after the ransom was paid. This is far ahead of second place Rivers, which recorded 67 million in ransom payment by victims of kidnapping. This is what is currently going on in the Obodo now. Kidnapping has become more like a legalized business, and the people who are behind this incessant kidnapping in the Obodo is the people who we don't know. Meanwhile, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain, and if this is your first time of joining us, kindly go ahead, subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you for listening. God bless you. It's in dilapidated form. The citizens are hungry. Few can easily or hardly achieve whatever they want or acquire what they want because of scarcity of money and scarcity of fuel, scarcity of products to be able to return business and purchase the commodity you require. But as it is, let's go down to the full detail of the information, make you see what's in they happen. The Defense Headquarters, DHQ, has disclosed that the Nigerian government is engaging the European Union, EU, towards extraditing the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. No be me talk amo, now waiting I see for news I they read. Before some of you will come up and say, Nyokopus, every time, I go to show you good information. Make you yourself know as they be for the obodo. DHQ Director of Defense Media Operation Major General Edward Buba spoke in response to EPA's announcement of December 2nd as the date of the map presentation and official declaration of Biafra Republic. Addressing newsmen in Abuja on Tuesday, Buba said the Nigerian government would respond appropriately through the EU. He said the FG would respond appropriately to the Finnish government through the EU. On the part of the military, troops would sustain operation against IPOB/ESN. EPA had unveiled the map of the 40 United States of Biafra and issued a declaration on December 2nd, 2024. He disclosed that the move was aimed at expediting the actualization of Biafra independence. The Biafra government is preparing to present the complete map of Biafra on December 2nd, 2024, Ekpa claimed. Biafra map, Nigerian government moves for Ekpa extradition. This is the current update now, live, that the Nigerian government is moving for Mazi Simon Ekpa's extradition, for him to be extradited from Finland to Nigeria to face the course of law. And many people will be wondering, what is the man's offense? The man's offense is that he unveiled the new Biafra map, and he has proposed that the declaration of a Republic of Biafra will commence on the 2nd of December 2024, after he unveiled map of 40 states of Biafra. And he said the declaration will be on the 2nd of December 2024. And the Nigerian government, hearing that, went into shiver, panic, and shaking, and said, it looks like this boy is coming in another form, and they are going to take a direct action. And when the DHQ was asked, they responded in this way, that they are going to respond appropriately to Mazi Simon Ekpa through the EU and through the the European Union, and also through the Finland government. Of course, they said they have also been writing to the Finland government to know what they are going to do about it. And the question, please drop it on the comment section. Is it an offense? Is it against the law? What Ekpa is doing, that he's saying that he's going to declare the Biafra referendum? Or is it wrong for some people to decide they want to secede from a particular nation and have their own nation? If it is wrong, let me know what you think, because of course you know that we have found ourselves in a nation whereby we cannot even exercise our political right, even our franchise right. The last election shows proof that right to franchise has been denied Nigerians, Ndigbo as a whole. Right to franchise they have been denied the right to franchise, because when a majority of the citizens voted, and you find out that after the voting, the citizens know who they voted for, and you see the INEC upturning the result to favor a particular party, and that is to tell you that the right to franchise has been marginalized in the nation where we see ourselves, because your vote no more counts. What counts is what the INEC gives to the people. And once 200 million is delivered, INEC will deliver your judgment. Who knows what's going to come on the upcoming election of the 2027. The other one, we had that 200 million was the deal. The upcoming one could be about maybe 400 million, or maybe 7 to 1 billion for the deal. Of course, you know that the upcoming election is going to be hotter than the past, but as it is, and my question is, the Nigerian NIG government, how are they going to achieve this particular dream of extraditing the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa Nwanjoko, to Nigeria? Now, Ekpa wrote on his Twitter handle in response, he said, and I read, "This is corruption of the highest order. Nigeria paid the man millions of dollars to ban me on WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram between 2022 and 2023. Finally, the truth is out. But I must thank him. Actually, he pushed me into establishing a new social network app called Freedom Stream, which will be launched next month. So everyone should watch out for the new app that has all features of Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp and Telegram combined. That's where you will have freedom of speech." Of course, Ndigbo as a whole will never cease to amaze me. because I'm proactive in nature. And I think what suits Igbo people is equally to have their own nation, because if you watch the culture, tradition of Ndi Igbo, you will find out that these Igbo people behaves in a different way. Their behavior is different. Their approach to the environment, their approach to things and matters are quite different. Their approach to the way they do things are different. The approach is very, very, very different to things and issues of life. Even if you compare where the Igbo people are living, if you go to Igbo community, Hausa community, and Yoruba community, you will tell the difference. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that Igbos are developers, because if you give them a place, before you know it, 4-story building, 5-story building, 6-story building, development has started coming in. But if you give the Hausa as a place, they call it Amausa. Next 100 years, that a good business. One thing about Hausa people is that they bring in business, a lot of business, but that place will still remain underdeveloped. The same thing goes with Yoruba people. Yoruba people can be there, live in your house, but what they know is that when they are getting the money, they are going back to their place to invest. Meanwhile, Igbo man goes back to his place to invest, but first of all, he prefers having comfort where he lives before moving back home, because nya kan de ba nji to ayi no sina ebe onye bi ko na emegene nya bo ebe ka nya bo na awachi maka na ebe ibi ka ị ga na awachi maka na ada agbalo ana yara isi aka ụmụnne m wee je na agba ofu ekenekwa m unu wee na-asị na ụgwọ kwana kọra n'ọnụ ndị fọma na-adị mma. Ndị ife anyị na-eme na-adị mma. Na-asị o, if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, biko kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news is dropping, you go be the first. We will collect them. Maka na ndị be anyị si na nwanne bụ ife onye libe nya ma gịnị nya nyekwanụ nwanne ya, onye na-eli nya na-enye nwanne ya, maka na nwanne bụ ife. Ekene m ụmụnne m o, ekene m unu si na ngo onye ji ekonye akwanarịkwana ya si unu na anyị na-agụnụ onye gbuo n'aka nụ ya gbute, onye gbuo n'aka ekpe ya gbute, onye gbuo ya gbute. Ekene m unu ya.